Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushka, pumping it up, baby. This is a video sponsored by Pubg Mobile, and I've kicked two massive goals here. One, I'm Father of the Year, because I've allowed Bushka Jr., as a reward for being such a great kid and playing really well at basketball, to come and play some video games with his dad and appear on a YouTube video so he can tell his buddies about it at school. And two, I'm sponsored by a major gaming corporation to make a video about something I really, really love doing. I don't know if you can do better than that in life. Tell me how you go. Like, this is Father of the Year and putting food on the table. I'm happy. But of course, all jokes aside, I'm making this video because I'm playing a lot of Payload mode. I've got to create content. And as a content creator, I want to show you some tips and tricks that make you a better player in Payload mode. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. And I'm going to talk about some specifics of the gameplay, some of the things you can do that are really, really clutch, like let your son revive you. You're the real MVP, Junior. And talk about some of the ways I do well in Payload and why I'm dropping school specifically. And this is a little thing you should probably pay attention to. School in Payload mode is way cooler than it is in the normal run-of-the-mill of the game. You land here, you'll usually get a chopper. When you land on the chopper pad, there's going to be an RPG-7 or something like that. You can get MGLs as standard loot in the areas around here, and as well as that, you'll also be able to pick up super crates which spawn in the courtyard below. It's a real hot place to be. Now, I want to speak to the specifics of the game itself now and how you can be a better a better game player, a better player in Payload mode. If you've ever played any first-person shooters like I have that have rockets or bazookas or anything like that, like Half-Life, the original Half-Life or Quake, stuff like that, you would understand that the concept here is not to hit the target. You aim at the feet. You aim at the ground and you kill them with splash. Something else that you should know that I use all the time in Payload mode, I use this particular little number here, the Heat Seeker, to actually look for cars and things that are not in spawn. There you go. There is a car up there. It is showing as a heat signature on my screen. That means I know where the bad guys are, because that's not a spawn. You can do that all the time. You don't just have to spot helicopters and use it to shoot people down. And you also don't need to let the reticle go all the way until it logs and goes beep, 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 to actually use that gun effectively or use that launcher effectively. You can use it just like an RPG-7 and splash damage them to death by shooting at their feet. In fact, all I do is shoot at the feet of targets. It makes it a lot cooler in the long run. You don't have to aim nearly as hard, and when you miss a target, the round, if you fire a grenade at the head of a target and it goes past, it's going to do nothing. If you fire at the feet of the target, it's always going to give you some kind of splash damage. Now, I am not a big fan of conventional weapons in Payload mode. Junior, however, didn't give a flying fig. He was very keen to feature as a fragger and master clutcher, so I allowed him to do that kind of thing while I just ran around playing with the big dogs. And it was great fun because I got the MGL and stuff, and I got to get content for this, and he got to have a good time. Still in all, if you're going to use conventional weapons, you need to be very, very aware that if you're peeking or anywhere near someone who has a splash damage weapon and they're in a squad, it doesn't matter if they wipe themselves. They can wipe you very, very easily just by literally shooting the ground at their feet. So if you see someone running at you with an RPG-7, you better get out of the way. And you need to be aware of this. Like, a lot of people run with conventional guns, M16s, M416s, and they treat the game like a conventional game. You can't go out and revive your mate and hide behind the thing and think you're going to get away with it. If you keep running out in the open, I'm just going to keep shooting the ground near you and splashing the crap out of you and all your buddies until you're just green puffs of smoke going up in the air on the way back to the lobby. I mean, this is how the game is, right? Also, you hear the beep, 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 beep. Get out, eject, like that bloke. Smart fella that he is. Now, we get him eventually, and I'm going to show you why we get him, because we use the zoom function on the MGL. Now, the zoom function is very obvious. You press that zoom button, it brings up the red bar just like you're throwing a grenade, and it allows you to thread the grens through small areas like that. Do a little bit of splash damage, whatever you got to do, and aim it for the pre-fire as he comes out. of the corridor. And obviously, as I zoom back, that's fine. The grenade's on its way and it's going to do splash damage again. It's all about spamming, and the MGL is absolutely gorgeous for that. It fires the most grenados in the shortest possible amount of time and splashes the most humans in the shortest possible amount of time. You also don't need to let the reticle set on this thing. As long as they're close, just let it fly and it'll do business. You need to understand that there is actual bullet drop, so to speak. That's the term we use for the ballistic profile. When you fire the RPG-7 or any of these things, the Grens or whatever they are, they lose trajectory very, very quickly. They are rocket propelled or simply launched from the gas of the canister, and that means that in real terms, they're just going to drop a lot. So if you're going for long-range shots with the RPG-7 particularly, then you need to give it a lot of loft. You need to really aim up so that it allows the gentle round to drop and do the business for you. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples of that in just a short while. Here we go. We're running around on the top. Oh, also, just predictive. I think he's going to be in that corridor. I just let it go. I see his footsteps. No problems. Splash damage is everything. Don't worry about shooting the target. Worry about shooting the floor that the target is running off. Now, I think this is the one here. Yeah, watch how high I loft this. Way up in the sky. He's right on the top of that ridge line. Bang. It's like an artillery barrage. It's not about hitting the target. It's about hitting what's at the feet of the target. Oh, you need to jump out of that. You need to jump out of it right now. I hit it, but I don't get any kills. Very unfortunate. What about this one? Oh, no, he's going to duck down underneath. Damn it. There's a building in the way. Bushka Jr., let's go. Let's get involved. I can't tell you how much fun I have playing this game mode. And it's one of the worst things about my professional career is that I might want to do a lot of video on new buffs and nerfs and all that, but I keep finding myself loading up arcade mode and playing Payload. It is literally just too much fun to have standing up. Now, this is another great thing that the MGL does. Bushka Jr. gets knocked over there, and I just launched an artillery barrage. And it's not about actually keeping him alive or killing a target. It's about area denial. No one is going to walk through 6 grenades landing in a very confined space. And once you drop a bunch of them, they refuse to go through there. And Bushka Jr. was able to waltz all the way from that fence line over to there, get revived, and get back in the fight like a champion, like a Bushka champion, because we were able to do that whole artillery barrage with the MGL. Such a great weapon. If you can get the MGL, roll it. Again, don't wait for the game to tell you that you've locked onto the target. If they're close enough, just let it fly. Just let it sink. Bushka Jr. taking him out, you sweaty grub. Look at him clearing one knocks with a Scar L. My frag, Dad. Every time we were playing this, halfway through the game, you go, how many frags you got? How many frags you got? Oh, how'd you get that many frags? I had more frags than you a second ago. Like, he literally just cares about the numbers. Numbers. Gas can in there. Yep, found it. We set that up a while ago, but it worked a treat. As soon as they came to that window, gas can, baby, gas can. I hope you're playing Payload mode. And something I really want to emphasize here is there's nothing wrong with using conventional weapons, but why, if you've got a chance to play this gameplay mode with all these amazing game mechanics that you can't get outside of an arcade event, you've just got to take advantage of them. I mean, these guys were great. They played so legit, and they were up on the top of this tower, and Bushka Jr. and I came walking into this city. Look at it, the MGL spam, and I'm like, have your MGL. I can't lock onto the top of that tower, but I reckon you're right about there, Funk Soul, brother. Sit down. Oh, love it. Get the revive on. Super crate time. Again, it's all about the splash damage. It's all about using the mechanics the best way you possibly can. Even when you've only got the single launcher, that strafe out and spray is absolutely clutch. Yep, love it. put one in there, splash one through the doorway, clear the targets, go home a winner. Everyone have a good day. I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, I've got a new website up, www.thebushka.com. Down there, you can see that in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Shows all the stats and numbers for PUBG Mobile. Absolutely all the really good stuff that you can't find anywhere else on the interwebs. All the other websites are basically just ripping PUBG stats from PC. This is all tried and tested in custom rooms with players to get you the numbers that you need to be a better PUBG Mobile player. I hope you go and try that out now because it's absolutely a rip snorter of a website. Tell them Bushka sent you and get absolutely nothing off. There's no cost. Anyway, I'm Bushka, you're the humans. Until next time, look after yourselves, stay safe in the battlefield, and bye for now.